Hello, guys and girls. It's Aaron Lee here today, and I'm making a YouTube video about an article from Pixel Legends. Legends. The type of article is called "Building Blocks." Published on July 18th, 2012, by Matt. And the name of the article is "These Games Aren't Fun." I just finished Spec Ops the line, and a certain part of me wishes I hadn't. Playing a game that sets you on a path as part of the story, and then chastises at you for following along. Seems explosive, and perhaps it is, but Spec Ops really made me question my own decisions as a player, as well as the decisions of the characters in the story. At one point, I said to myself, "This is horrible. Horrible. I am not having fun." Yet I couldn't stop playing, and no one was forcing me to do so. Delta Force, Captain Walker's horrifying journey into damnation and insanity begins as any generic military shooter would. If you've listened to this week's podcast, you know that the beginning of the game is so standard it could be considered boring. It's not until over an hour into the game that the slippery slope into chaos starts to become truly evident. However, the idea is that it could have been avoided long ago by the player, by Walker, by his squad, or by the rogue American soldiers who were sent to find in the first place. Things just get worse and worse, and no matter what decisions you make trying to fix things, there's a feeling in the pit of your stomach telling you that things aren't getting better. Then they get even worse. And here's a picture of Spec Ops The Line. Spec Ops The Line does not glorify war. Enough. Enough. Just know what you're getting into. If we play games for entertainment, for fun, what does it mean when a game shakes us in such a way that is not pleasant, yet still drives us to keep going. Does a game have to be fun to be entertaining, and does and game and does and game that ceases to be fun in that standard way also cease to provide the same entertainment. Telltale Games, The Walking Dead is another such example. As soon as the recently released episode 2, Starved for Help, gets started, the game makes it clear that your choices have consequences, and no choice will solve all the problems and keep everyone happy. No matter what you choose to do, people get angry, violent, or die as a direct result of your actions. Even after the episode calms down, it only becomes a waiting game at the tension as the tension builds toward a gut-wrenching climax. So, Max? that you can do nothing to prevent. No matter how much you see it coming. Then here's a picture of that motel place in this game. Also, Ghost Robo did a walkthrough of this game too. In this picture, shows a black guy and a little girl for this game. The main character. And the picture says, The Walking Dead forces players to make tough choices. While The Walking Dead doesn't go to quite the extreme that Spec Ops does. Neither episode has ended that you would call a happy one. And it doesn't look like things will be getting better in the coming episodes. Yet both these games I enjoy, and both these games have received praise for their engaging stories and choices that are more than the overly simplistic good versus evil system we're used to. So, does a game have to be fun? Fun to provide entertainment? In a certain sense, yes. But the entertainment doesn't come from simple enjoyment or happiness. Horror games have been taking advantage of a similar effect for years. Ben Yahtzee Croshaw said as much in his review of Spec Ops, calling it was almost a horror game, a horror game in its own right. In recent times, Amnesia: The Dark Descent stands out as a game that effectively uses horror so that players have reported being so terrified they haven't finished it. It's the adrenaline and excitement and morbid fascination of discovering what lies around the next corner that keeps players going. Not necessarily because it falls into the normal realms of fun. And here's a picture of this game with the creepy guy in the back. It's some underground thing with like a little window on it. Amnesia: The Dark Descent has been known to completely terrify its players. Oh, there's a car coming by. It's pretty loud. Okay, Spec Ops: The Line makes you feel bad while playing it because that's its goal. While we may view games as entertainment, sometimes the consumer's desire for entertainment conflicts conflicts with the creator's goal for the story or message. If you can enjoy that message, even if the message is offensive, horrifying, or possibly condemning the player, then games can still be enjoyed without necessarily being fun. About the author, Matt started Pixel Legends originally to cover E3 2011. Aside from video games, also enjoys books, wasting time on the internet. And being from England, he doesn't have a British accent. And this video this article has 2 comments on it. The first one is by Ryan Kenneth Moore, owner at Games for You. And this comment was from July 18th, 2012, at 6:39 p.m. Glad you liked Spec Ops, but man, when I played it at E3, it was easily the worst game I played. Maybe it was because they dropped you in a firefight with no objective and no way not to die. I played the demo at least 8 times before getting fed up with over half a minute load time for the 10 seconds of actual gameplay. Dropping the controller and taking my free shirt and getting out of there. Brian Hefner. I haven't, July 18th, 2012, at 7:33 p.m. I haven't played The Walking Dead, but I've heard a lot of buzz about the really tough decisions in that game. However, in my opinion, the game with the single toughest decision in it is The Legend of Zelda 2. Link's Adventure. When you die, the game asks you if you want to continue. I spend about 5 minutes waiting the option of that choice every time. Alright, guys and girls, please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, view, opinions, and thoughts. I hope you like it and enjoy it for your viewing pleasure. Guys and girls. Alright. See you later now. And it helps a ton if you add the favorites and hit the like button. Hit the like button as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Alright, bye.